We're a generation of mindless sheep. We spend so much time scrolling on social media. The content on social media is extremely fast paced. Like, how much time do you spend looking at the average Instagram post that you look at? You probably spend 2 minutes looking at 2 seconds looking at it. TikTok. When you're on TikTok, you be scrolling, you like this, whatever. Like, just doing random things, like scrolling every 2 seconds. It's like we're training our brains to only be able to focus for 5 seconds. I've deleted TikTok now, but when I had TikTok, whenever I'd see a video, it was like 1 minute, I'd be like, oh no, this video is so long. Think about it, 1 minute is absolutely nothing. It's not even a percentage of your day. And the terrible thing about social media is that we always scroll even when we don't want to. Like, I'm sure you've all had times where you're on TikTok, where you're on Instagram, and this thought pops through your head where it's like, okay, I need to get off this app. I need to stop doing this. I need to stop doing it. Despite the thoughts in your head telling you to stop, you can't stop scrolling. You like post after post after post. You're searching for the next dopamine hit. These are truly addictions. We're addicted to these platforms. That's not even the point of this video. We spend so much time on social media, so much time mindlessly scrolling, that we've lost the ability to think. And more importantly, to think for ourselves. Because we've lost this ability to think for ourselves, we're now like extremely mindless. We will follow everything. Like, you know, the trends on the internet, you follow the trends because you're like, that's what everyone's doing. You follow whatever, you do something because your favorite creator is doing that. We're so mindless these days, and it's honestly terrible. And because we're mindless, we don't have autonomy over our lives. We don't truly decide what we want to do. I don't think you've ever consciously decided and told yourself that, you know what, I'm gonna get home and I'm going to go on Instagram and I'm going to spend 2 hours on Instagram. It just happens. You go on Instagram at 6 p.m. and you randomly look at the clock and you're like, damn, it's 8 p.m. And because we're so mindless, we fail to think. We fail to question things. Like, how many things in life do you question? How many times do you sit back and be like, you know what, is this actually the right thing to do? Because I can tell you now that so many things in this life are questionable. So many things that are mainstream on social media are questionable. If you can't think, being on social media is honestly the worst thing you can do. Because social media, it will create you into someone that you're not. You will just adopt the traits of other people.
TJ!
You will adopt traits of your favorite creator. Since we're mindless because of social media and we have the built-in desire to want to fit into a tribe, we go on social media and we do things that we don't want to do. Or we won't even know that we don't want to do it. We'll just mindlessly do it because that's what everyone's doing. I truly realized that we're a generation of mindless sheep. We just follow the masses. And I went to my uni agent and I was just explaining to her my situation. That I'm planning on taking more time off, or taking time before I go to uni, so that I can decide what I actually want to do and decide a way forward on a path that I want to take in my life. Because I chose to take time off, she looked at me as if I was weird. I'm telling you right now, it's as if she was telling me that, you know what, if you don't go to uni right now, you're going to mess up your life. Everyone goes to uni. And I was telling her that, you know, I haven't decided what I want to do. And she was saying, it doesn't matter if you haven't decided what you want to do. You just go for the sake of going. Everyone goes. And if you don't go, you're going to be left behind. She was telling me, as a uni agent, as someone who I trust, she was telling me to do things just because everyone else was doing them. And that's when I truly realized that we're a generation of mindless sheep. I was shocked. But I was so shocked that I couldn't even speak. So I started agreeing with her. And then when I got home, I actually thought about the interaction. I was like, oh no, I shouldn't have been agreeing with that. I think the worst advice that you can give someone, especially a young man, is, just do this. Everyone does it, so you have to do it. So obviously, if you're watching this, you don't want to be a mindless sheep. You want to have autonomy over your life. You want to do the right things. You want to choose your path and live a life that you actually want to live, not a life that was imposed on you. So how do you fix this? How do you become not a mindless sheep? How do you become, I don't know what the opposite of a mindless sheep is. So number one, the easiest one is environment. So you know the saying that you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with? Use that saying to your advantage. Surround yourself with people who you want to be like, people who actually think about life. Surround yourself with thinkers. Because
TJ!
You're going to fit in with a group of thinkers, to fit in with people who are striving to become better. You're going to have to become better. You're going to have to strive for the same things. So the key is to be friends with good, well-developed people. And if you can't find a group of people where you deem like these are well-developed, these are people striving, at least find a group of friends that are ambitious, that aren't just going to sit on their laurels and go with the flow and do things just because everyone else is doing them. See, if you do this, if you surround yourself with amazing people, you'll naturally become like them because of your desire to fit in. And you become less of a mindless sheep. And the second step is take a break from social media. You have to spend time on your own. Yes, you can still have social interactions, but spend time off of social media. Because when you spend time off of social media, you're going to have time to think. You're going to have time to actually listen to your own thoughts, not just fill your mind with the thoughts of others. When you spend time, and a lot of time off social media, the pace of your content decreases. There's less fast-paced content, there's less like short-form content where it's like bam, 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 new pieces of content here, there, in like the space of 10 seconds. The only content that you have left when you're not watching or when you're not scrolling on social media are books. When you're off social media, there'll be less fast-paced, short content. So because of this, you're naturally going to have to watch or do things that require a longer attention span. So the result of this is your attention span will increase and you become less mindless. You'll be able to pay attention to the things that you're doing. It's important that you don't fill this void It's important that you don't fill this void with more short, fast-paced content. You have to feel the boredom. You have to go through periods where you're not being stimulated, where you're not doing anything. Periods where you have nothing to do but sit and think. You have to let go of the need to constantly want to be stimulated. Because on a normal day, when you go to shower, you're listening to music. When you're driving, you're listening to music. When you're cooking, you're listening to a podcast. When you're eating, you're watching a movie. The only time you're not being stimulated is when you're sleeping. There's truly two options with regards to filling that void. It's either you do something productive or you do nothing. Because if you do nothing and you just look at your wall, after an hour or so, you're actually going to want to do something productive. You're going to want to read that book. To improve holistically, you can't be a mindless sheep. You have to level up your ability to think and contemplate life, to be introspective, to think for yourself. You can't afford to be a mindless sheep. You can't be a mindless sheep and improve at the same time. It's time that you regain control. It's time that you take a step back. It's time that you take the driver's seat in your life.